Hello, 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 hello. Greetings. Oh, Timmy's
Truly
here.
Canadian. Hello,
Oh,
welcome to
oh,
Canada, Tim
I see.
Hortons.
I'm already tired of Christmas. Maybe I'm a Grinch.
Really?
I am a Grinch already. I am tired already. Started seeing Christmas decorations in shops already, like maybe 2 months ago already. Started
Yeah.
it. They start really early. I don't know. Probably everywhere does that. But I thankfully I'm not seeing or hearing any Christmas songs because I'm not listening to radio, which provides the music. So that's
hmm
good. So I'm okay with that. It stresses me out somehow.
Yeah.
When you are, I can tell you one thing. When you're a foreigner in another country, but you lived here for a very long time, finding your own rhythm to the celebrations, because it's all about, they keep on implying it's all about the family, it's all about the family. And when you don't go see your family, it becomes a problem. It
Yeah,
becomes
right.
more as a not sure, but it becomes a bit more like sadness, right? Because why I'm not
Mm.
there, like, overpriced ticket prices. I have all sorts of excuse to make, but it just feels a little bit more sensible than that. It's nice to have our own traditions now in the family with Rokas,
Mhm.
my son, and my husband. Great, but not everything. I had my sister came through. I don't know how long ago, but she came once for Christmas, and I realized what it is feels like to have family for Christmas.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's too much. I can't deal with
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
situation. This is
It's a lot of work.
overwhelming. Too much expectations. Too much
Uh-huh.
decorations. Too much, things, buying things.
Yeah.
And yeah, anyway, that's I'm just saying, yeah,
We
yeah,
it is November the 16th
yeah. No
and we
snow.
still don't have snow.
Oh wow.
I'm 52 years old. This has never happened in my lifetime. Usually we're trick-or-treating and it's snow.
I
Hello,
can,
Sean Riaz. We definitely need more comics.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's so strange. We had a day where it was plus 12 and it's the middle of fucking November.
Well, we did,
So it
yeah.
really kind of sucks. Like I miss the snow. I love winter. I
Hmm.
I, I love winter. And I just know it's going to kick us in the ass sooner than later. But it's so bizarre still seeing the grass at middle of November. It's crazy.
Do you did you already have frost minus temperatures and stuff or not?
We had 2 mornings where I had to scrape the cars, just 2 mornings, and that was it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
goodness.
every other day, nothing, absolutely nothing. It's bonkers.
It's actually really warm. Honestly, last year wasn't as warm in November as well in here. So in here it's felt really humid lately, but there's a wind shift, which they forecasted it because there's supposed to be this
Mhm.
great storm engulfing. So we got a great rainstorm. It poured down. There was like you go outside and you wet the minute you're out. That's how
Right,
fast the rain was pouring.
right.
And it's the most enjoyable part when you have to pick up your son and you have to walk in the rain and you
Yeah, right.
trench and nothing dries out afterwards anyway. So, oh look, if it's any consolation, we have no snow either in Trinidad and Tobago, 10 degrees from the equator. Oh, yeah. So it's like no season change whatsoever. Yes, Sean, I presume. Like
I mean,
shifts must be some shift happens, right?
yeah,
But not like towards it's extremes like we do, right? Like we are,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's also the thing too. I'm just used to it being like it's usually pretty fucking cold by now, and there's lots of snow. And like I said, we've always had Halloween costumes. You got to get ready to put a jacket over top or underneath. So make the Halloween costume a little bigger so you can still wear it with your winter parka underneath.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's very strange.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So have you heard about the movie called Bugonia?
I don't think so.
I want to watch it. I haven't yet, but it's Emma Stone is the
Mm,
main. So
then yes, I have. Yes.
so you have watched seen it, or you
No,
have
I
you
know it
know
now
about it?
because it's the same director because
Mm-hmm.
she did that other movie with that same director, right?
Yeah, Pure Things. Pure
Yeah,
Things. Yeah,
poor things or something
or
like
Poor
that,
Things,
or
something like Pure
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love that movie. Absolutely.
hmm
Wow, look at that.
Yeah,
Yes.
crazy.
Oof.
Plus 30, bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, you get used to, your body gets used to it, right? So
Yeah.
your body is just, that's how, this constant, so you get used to it. But I wonder, yeah. Anyway, so she done that. So that Greek director, right? His name is really weird.
I think so.
Yeah, like Papa something. Anyway, so
Yorgos Lanthimos.
yeah, Yorgos Lanthimos. Yeah, so he is then so she got Oscar for that other one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then now she's doing Begonia. I've seen a trailer, which is very rare for me. I don't watch trailers, but it's really curious and I wanted to see what's happening. And then the minute they start hinting alien stuff, I was like, oh, I want to see what's happening. This looks like crazy, right? And all the actors in there seems to be like good choice, right? I am a fan of hers mainly, right? Because I really like the way she's doing whatever she's been acting in. So yes, I'm very curious, but I wanted to hear if you have heard it. So I'm not gonna go cinema.
I mean, I'm super curious about it because that last one was so good.
Yeah.
And she's I guess she's like an executive director, executive producer rather. Yeah. So she pumped in a lot of money. She's very supportive of this director. So I'm really curious. If it's half as good as the previous one, I'm sure it's going to be really great. She's a surprising actress, man. Who would have guessed she would have went this way? I mean, the first time I saw her was in Superbad, and she's so great in it. It's such a funny movie. But who would have guessed? My
favorite movie of hers is Easy A. So she was a teenager in high school, and then she pretended to basically sleep with every single person, or there was this rumor. And then that was a spectacular way of acting. And I just, from that point onwards, I thought, like that's what you say, comedic actress, right? You would think she's going to be goofy and blah, blah, blah. But then she got that, let's hope it's Poor Things, whatever that movie we're talking about. Superb. I was glued. I could not stop watching. It was just like the way she was acting, like growing, like pretending to be like a baby, then a toddler, and all that stuff. And it just went bonkers. And then how she was asking the questions as an adult, like those questions where she's like, that's such an awkward thing to do. But she's like, looks so comfortable. And you're like, well, surely they will see something, some hint that she's not going to, but they really looked flawless. I mean, editing was really good. And Mark Ruffalo, honestly, was very surprising in there as well.
Yeah.
And I definitely I even told my mom to watch it. Yeah. Oh, look. Yeah, Sean.
She would have been a good Mary Jane. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she was Gwen Stacy.
Oh, is that true? Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was a Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man. Oh, what's his name?
Oh, was it the animated one?
No. She was acting in it. Spider-Man number.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with that other guy, English. Oh, what's his name? I don't know his name. Not Tobey Maguire. After Tobey Maguire, what Spider-Man was after Tobey?
Oh, fuck if I know. You're asking the wrong person. I don't
Tobey
know.
Maguire Spider-Man was my favorite, by the way. That's my Spider-Man. Yeah. But after him, it's that guy, Radcliffe. Radcliffe, not Daniel Radcliffe. Sorry, I'm going there. Andrew Garfield. There you go. Yes, she was taken. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
My brain sometimes works.
Where's her actor credits?
Yeah, so she was Gwen Stacy. So that was weird, and they killed her.
Right.
And her name, funny enough, everybody is calling her Emma because apparently, when she was starting her actress career, Emily was already present, so she couldn't. So they changed her to Emma. But her actual real name is Emily. So it's funny.
Huh. Yeah, there you go. Amazing Spider-Man 2 from 2014.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, crazy. She was also, and in Amazing Spider-Man from 2012, Gwen Stacy. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, didn't know that.
Yeah, she was
I'm looking at her IMDb. I didn't realize she was in so goddamn much,
Oof, she's everywhere.
She's been in a shit ton at this point. Superbad was 2007. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So it's been, she has a career and a half. And I think when she did the La La Land, I think that's where her name got
really
kind
broke.
Of like a little bit more because it was everywhere. Everybody loved that one. But then I think, when then actors gets the right director. And he seems to be, this Yorgos he likes her a lot and she's supporting him a lot. And she's doing those unconventional movies, which it's not those Hollywood, whatever the flicks you were talking about. And you
Yeah.
can see clearly how much people can invest in acting great, you know? And I
Mhm.
absolutely love that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious about Buccaneer, but I'm going to have to wait until it comes out in the streaming devices.
Mhm.
Oh, did you hear about because of they thought that streaming would kill the piracy because every single company has been fighting for the streaming rights, and then
Yeah.
you become paying for like 500 companies in order just to watch one thing because
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single one of them has different licenses.
Everybody
it's
said
like,
fuck that and kept
yeah,
downloading.
yeah,
Hilarious.
exactly. I think they were having a little bit of a thing after the movie. I heard. I think
Oh,
Andrew.
really? Hey, yeah.
Yeah, Andrew
Yeah, you know, I
Garfield.
don't know if I've even seen those. I mean, I'm sure I did see those Spider-Man movies. I don't have any memory of them.
I think they weren't like blown to socks, but I enjoyed it. I like that kind of those kind of movies. It's action, you know, like Spider-Man. He was very intriguing as a Spider-Man. He was very tall for
Mhm.
what you expect. You know, like usually quite short, like Spider-Man. He's never been the tallest guy in there. So yeah, it
Mm.
was interesting how they won. And I loved when Spider-Man came out, and then all three of them were in the same.
Yeah, yeah.
That just like clicked the right spots for me.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, so I love that one. But Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was like the thing for me, man.
Mm.
Because it's just wow. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, like the first superhero kind of movie.
Uh-huh.
Even though I'm not a big, like I've never were a Spider-Man fan, but I like reading Spider-Man books, but not collect them. Because first of all, they are very overpriced because there's lots of Spider-Man fans, right? But
So
now
many
that
of them.
Marvel is not really doing great with anything lately.
Yeah.
Before that, the classic Stan Lee run is actually a really good read. It's a really fun read. It's really easy to read with your child as well. That's very like even the bad guys doesn't feel like horrible at, you know, like it's just
Yeah. They feel very cartoony.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Jaden, I was reading a ton of Spider-Man with Jaden. My brother, I was helping him sell his collection a long time ago, and he had a ton of Spider-Man, and we were reading a bunch together, which was pretty great.
I still want one Spider-Man comic to have. I haven't yet. It's very expensive. So because of a Gwen Stacy's movie with Emma Stone, Gwen Stacy's 121 Death, which is really like has the the cover has the yellow cover with lots of pictures of each character. So that's one comic book I always wanted to have in my collection, but the prices are just they go like this. Every time this Spider-Man movie comes up, it shoots up to a like never know where. And I know
what issue is it?
Huh?
What issue is it?
121. Amazing
121?
121.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. I know it.
There's facsimiles and stuff, but I always said like if I had it, I want to have it. The real one.
Yeah, you want to have the original.
Yeah. Because I was collecting
that is a pretty good cover, actually, yeah.
I was collecting female first appearances. Or some significant female thing involved in that. So it was always on my list. I always liked it. I was very jealous when Damien was showing it off. His copy, I was like, oh, damn you, Damien. But you know, that's what happens, you know, with us collectors.
Yeah,
somebody
totally.
has it, somebody doesn't. Anyway, anything else have you watched? Can't say I have nothing memorable.
So we watched Boys in the Hood again last night because I've been on a little bit of a Ice Cube NWA kick recently. And there was a docudrama made about NWA that we watched the night before, which was just okay. Like it had some good bits in it stuff. It seemed like they kind of fudged with the facts a little bit, which is totally fine. Ice Cube's son is in it playing Ice Cube. So that was really great. Holy shit, does he look like his dad? It's pretty wild. The one story from that movie that apparently is true is Ice Cube smashing up a executive's office with a baseball bat with some thugs in there with him because he owed him some money and he didn't pay him. And he came up and saw him and he said, there's an interview we watched with him after. He's like, yeah, I rearranged his office for him a little and they smashed the shit out of it. So that made me love him even more. So then we watched Boys in the Hood, and I haven't seen that for a long time. It's one of my favorites. I've seen it so much, straight out of Comic Crack.
Mhm.
It's one of my favorites, and it still holds up. It was still really, really good. Just a great, and even with the passage of time, like it
Mhm.
looks like a teenage kind of movie from that time, except it's not filled with a bunch of white kids. It's what's in the inner city with black kids and stuff, and what they're dealing with, and what their
Right.
struggles are to get to school, and people
Mhm.
on the corners, and yada yada yada. It's so fucking good.
Mhm.
Lawrence Fishburne, Larry Fishburne is what he's credited as in that one. He plays one of the guy's dads, and he's amazing. Furious Styles is his name in the movie, and
Right.
his character is just spectacular. So
Yeah.
that was awesome to watch again.
That's cool. I
Yeah.
don't think I probably have seen it because it sounds like the thing I would. Don't
Mhm.
like Lawrence Fishburne is always somebody I always watch. I always enjoy him as a
Mhm.
character, as an actor, as a personality. Really, his interviews are very fascinating. So he has this talk with what is that? Oh my god, what is his name? The astrologer who he talks about space and he debunks facts.
Oh
Eh,
yeah, the
Tyson something. Tyson.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So they had a chat about Matrix, and he's a huge fan of Matrix, the Tyson
Hmm.
guy. And they're
Hmm.
having this conversation between them, and they were basically debating, do you understand it actually? Do you understand the message of the Matrix and what it's all about? And he's like, yeah, surely it's about cheeses and all that things. And what, so he's like, Lawrence Fishburne's like, so what do you think I am? And they like just talk that stuff. It's actually fascinating to listen because he knows exactly what movie he's in, right? He knows all the details, all the things. And then you have like complete utter fan, but not expecting him as a personality to be so into Matrix, but he's complete and utter fan. He's like, I know every line kind of thing, So it was really good to watch
Yeah, that
that
is cool.
really entertaining like conversation just to be part of. Hmm.
Oh yeah, working on a project called Afro Futures right now. That's cool. Yeah, it is too good. I saw it probably at the perfect age because I think I don't know when it came out. I was probably about 18 or so. I
Oh,
want to
cool.
say I don't really remember. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, and I just got hooked on it. It was just so good, and even listening because I've been listening to some Ice Cube albums as well too. And it's
Hmm.
funny, I had forgotten how much I listened to like Ice Cube, Public Enemy, NWA, that kind of stuff. Like, but it was a lot of stuff at that time because we were into punk rock and stuff. Most of the hip hop stuff we thought was just stupid. Like, we never got into Tupac. We thought all that those guys were fucking idiots shooting each other up. It just was something that just seemed so ridiculous to us.
Hmm.
But then there was the other side of it where even listening to it now, the Ice Cube albums, there's
Hmm.
so much kind of engaging kind of political talk about what they're going through, about this, just kind of black empowerment and stuff. It's super. Listening to it now, I understand why it resonated with me when I was younger because I listened to that stuff quite a bit. But yeah, the rest of it, none of that other stuff really did much for us at the time. But yeah.
I'm a big fan of Law and Order, right?
Mm.
So there's in Law and Order SVU, which is Special Victim Unit. The
Mhm.
Ice-T is in there, right? And I
Mm,
kind of,
mhm,
the Ice-T, that.
mhm.
But then I forgot how long ago what music he created. So I put it on YouTube, typed
Yeah.
straight with the first whatever, and I put it. I was like, "Fuck! Oh, I spilled something
Oh,
on me! Oh boy!" Anyway, it doesn't matter.
oh,
Now it's
geez.
like I weed myself. Like it's
It's
live.
alcohol. It'll evaporate.
Yes, it's true. But I really wanted to drink that. Now it's in
Oh,
my pants
bummer.
instead of my stomach, man. That's not
Oh,
fun.
bummer.
Yeah. Anyway, so Ice-T, I put it on and it's fantastic. The best
Yeah.
thing, it's just so good. It's
Yeah.
just that era, right? Why everybody was calling Ice? So he's Ice-T, Ice Cube. What is it? Like Chill Factor? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah. And then there was Vanilla Ice.
I know, right? So I'm saying, real Ice. What's going
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
with Ice, man? We're obsessed about it.
Yeah. And I mean, some of that stuff, like, man, I remember the controversy of some of that back in the time. Yeah. KRS-One, 100%. Like, that's a huge song, man. It's still really good. Fuck the Police.
Yeah.
Or not the Sound of the Police. Sorry. Yeah. That's right. Really, really good. Fuck the Police is NWA. Yeah. Right. But
Yeah,
it's
he's fantastic.
really, it's interesting to think of like the controversy that they had
Yeah.
at the time in that NWA movie, they show when their album came out and people stomping on it and crushing it, you know, like, and Eazy-E's got a great line. He's like, hey man, whatever, they still bought the album. Who cares? They can do whatever they want with it. They still bought it. So we still got their money. But it was that controversy, like that cop killer from Ice-T's Body Count band. Man, that caused a real ruckus, you know, like it was something else. And what better way to get teenagers' attention than making music that your parents fucking hate, you know? That's a surefire way to gain their attention.
So he was like a bad guy. Honestly, my mom used to say to me, like, oh, why are you listening to this kind of stuff? Because, you know, like he has a bad rap, right? I was like, I couldn't stop it because I felt this was really cool. But yeah.
Well, and that's the stuff where you start breaking down, like,
exactly. And
it is an act to some degree. Yes, they all have these past potentially in varying degrees of past, but it is a bit of a shtick too, right? Like it is performance, it is entertainment. It isn't necessarily like, because you're 100% right. He's cop killer and then he's playing something on TV, you know what I mean? Like, and then even Ice Cube, now he's this big, almost comedic actor. He's just a good writer. And that's the other thing that the movie showed, him writing. There's a scene there where he's writing the script for the First Fridays movie, you know? So, I mean, Ice Cube is a writer. He's just he's just got these ideas. He plays this role. He is sort of that guy. But I mean, as the years go on, he starts breaking out of that tough guy kind of persona, I guess, you know, so yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is but I think he did something for, so Sean was talking about this. He said that he's not going to watch Marvel movies anymore because Disney is one of Disney Plus and he's not going to put money anymore in there. Yeah, because they have been all over the place. But Ice Cube done something like a reality TV show, and everybody's saying that it's not even worth it. So I'm not sure. Just recently it came out, something Mysteries. I don't know exactly the title, but I heard it's like flopped badly, and everybody's like dissing Ice Cube for he actually even participating in it. Wait, I'm gonna see.
People even turned on him when he was having talks with Donald Trump during his first election and stuff, and it was like, and his response is like, well, why wouldn't I? I want to get things done for the black community. He's going to be the president. I should have a relationship with him. You know what I mean? It's like he would make a good union leader, because it doesn't matter who's in charge. You have to communicate with them for the betterment of the people that you're kind of looking out for, you know? So
I didn't see that stuff.
Permanent, Sean is saying permanent facial expression, like he's going to kill you, but he's got kid-friendly comedies. Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. Yeah. He has that face. And he is Sandwich looks like exactly like that as well. So he's have a crazy face on pre-production. Yeah, doesn't see that he's quite busy producing a lot, like you said. Ice Cube. So that's interesting. Anything else you have watched interesting? Or
the other one is this. I'll put it in the chat. This is the Matt's channel there. He has a new video about the rise of manga breaking into the American market, and it's a bit timely considering what you read this week. But it's a super interesting. It's an hour and a half. It's probably one of the longer episodes I've seen from him. He was talking about, he had like 11 hours of interviews, I think is what he said. And then he combined them with all sorts of people talking about the history of manga coming into North America and the people that were involved. And the thing that all of it was amazing to me, he does the broad strokes, like the most popular stuff. He doesn't dig into, like, you know, all these indie publishers that are bringing stuff over, which totally makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's Tokyo Pop and Viz who are the kind of two giants in that world. And the thing that kind of blew me away the most was when the guy from Tokyo Pop, whose name I can't remember, he was talking about, they had a deal with a bookstore. They were the first ones to get manga into bookstores. They kind of broke that market, and then it opened up other bookstores once they saw the success. They were also at the forefront for setting the size for the American manga. They were also at the forefront for not flipping it, so going from right to left. Stuff that there was a couple of things that he was nervous about doing, the non-flipping, but he said honestly it was actually a great benefit, because then our cost to produce this stuff went way down, so we could lower our prices. We could set a standard price of like $9.95. All of our books were the same size, they were the same price. It allowed us to buy more properties, and they talk about like the American manga had, like, you know, a bust as well, because everything's got a boom and a bust in comics.
Yeah.
So he does a really good job of kind of giving you that overview of how it kind of happened and the growth and popularity. And it's super interesting watching it because, I mean, somebody who's been a fan as well since like the late 90s, not as early as these guys, but just seeing the rise of some of that, like seeing at my bookstore the manga section being bigger than the Marvel DC section by kind of a long shot, like it's crazy to see in the last couple of years how much it's exploded in bookstores. So yeah, highly recommended watching it.
So yeah, the manga, for example, in the bookstores. So one of the main high street booksellers, they have manga section. So it's about maybe 25 like bookshelves.
Right? Oh wow!
So it's like full wall, right? Like a proper wall.
Yep.
And then comic books have 5.
Wow.
That's the difference. I went to the other one, so there's a couple of the main booksellers, or high street seller, booksellers, whatever it's called, and it's the same thing. The manga is like floor almost, and then comic book is like a shelf and a half or 2 shelves at max. So this is how manga, how popular it is.
Yeah,
the same thing happens in. Funny enough, the manga, they say, I spoke to the library. I went and it's like, so what's going on with the manga stuff? And said we can't keep a big shelf because they fly off too quickly, first of all. So shelves will be always empty. So they spread them into, because we have like the regional kind of like, they belong, like 10 libraries belong to one region. So they spread them in all regions. So every single one have a chance to read some sort of manga and stuff like that. You can order it like I did, for example, which is we're going to talk about it, the first thing. But it's like crazy. It was like so much manga, and they said they can't keep up because there's so much demand.
Crazy. Yeah.
But that's what makes kids come in, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you get them young people coming in to be getting all the stuff to read. So it's kind of sad that
the library to come for manga, and then they're in the library. That's the first step, man. It's great.
It's very good for the libraries. I highly recommend to anything. It's easy to read. Okay. Wow. Unfortunately, manga artists get paid the full. Oh my god. So
right.
Recommend. Oh, I see.
Well, and the workload on the MangaCon stuff is apparently, like notoriously
it's like full time, right?
Insane. It's full time and it's long hours, and unless you're a big name, you're not making much money. You know what I mean? So you have to,
I heard
being a part of a studio would be a little different, but still, it's grueling hours.
There's plenty of like videos on YouTube. I think you see some like Westerners going to Japan to see if they can break into manga kind of like world in Japan. And some of them saying it's insane amount of hours you have to invest in. There's such a big competition and there's so much work you have to churn out in a year that you basically can't keep up. I mean, the amount of work you have to do, and those mangas, like they have, like there's lots of pages, in one little book, and it's small, right? But you have to do your art, and it's not, and it does help, of course, with a new technology in that sense. But I think there are some certain criteria, right? In as far as I watching sometimes, a long time ago, watched that they were specific. If you are specific kind of like genre of manga, you specifically doing some certain way or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused.
Right. Well, I mean, there's different levels of detail from them for sure. Yeah, I mean, on that Manban, I'm just scrolling as I'm listening to you because Manban, Naoki Urasawa's Manban, he's got one with I don't know why, Katsuhiro Otomo. He's got a Katsuhiro Otomo Manban episode, and even watching that show, just seeing the different ways people work, like there's quite a few of them that have people help them with like backgrounds or the zipatones, but there's a lot of them that use like digital technology to kind of speed that up a little bit.
Okay, so while we're talking about the manga, I guess we can talk about this, right?
Yeah, go for it.
So I finally, so while we were talking about it like a couple of weeks in a row, saying, "Oh, you should invest in it," and my library came through. Finally, I managed to take it. So Volume 1. What surprised me so it's reading like normal, right? Like Westernized style. That was surprising to me. I honestly didn't realize that is what they did. I never experienced, like I thought they will do like with our books, right? Like we have.
Yeah.
So you go from left to right, and instead in here, so you go from from right to left. is manga, but this one is normal from left to right like we do. This one.
That's interesting because I mean, I wonder what. Sorry to cut you off, but obviously when this came out was 84, I think. But I'm just looking to see when this version that I have.
Yeah,
this isn't 1984 because there's a preface from 2009. It's strange to me that I guess they have it already laid out in their files to just keep printing it in that same way. I'm a bit surprised that they don't have a version now that is kind of like the traditional way. There must be a version out there. I wonder if the hardcovers are like that.
No. But they look beautiful, by the way, those hardcovers.
Yeah.
What really got to me as well, so the first 2 pages or a couple of pages are in color. Yours has the same, yeah? So it's probably
it sure does, yeah. Right? First 2 pages, and apparently that's how it would have been in the original magazine too. Like there was a lot of stories where they had a couple of pages of color. This is obviously a way more detailed color than it probably appeared in the magazine, but yeah.
So yeah, I have never read Akira. To people watching, I watched it hell of a long, probably too many times, healthily, but I never did experience it as a book. And the volume of like the way it looks now, and because we were watching that I was watching that video about Mobius influence on our Katsushiro Otomo. So it's actually kind of, I started to look more like into it to see how his work of art works. His speed, which manga does, is absolutely fantastic. The way the bodies move, they look so smooth. It looks the scenes of the actual, the speed and how they use all the lights and the faces, honestly, the way the faces look, they are so more realistic when you would expect them, some mangas as well.
Yeah.
For that age, right? 1984, because that's the flip, right? Where, exactly.
I mean, look at the kids there. Like, they all have very unique faces. Yeah. They're all doing unique facial expressions. Like, the realism is on another level for sure.
My favorite panel.
Oh, yeah, that's so great. Yeah.
So that was good. So so I was reading. So I was really surprised, honestly, about the art style, how realistic the faces looked like in 1980. I know there was that shift, like what that Matt video was saying as well, that manga got influenced by others, and they were trying to discover something new. And you have him to thank for this creator of Akira to go forward with that. So the story of the kids kind of didn't like fully didn't remember anymore. Like there's this kids who is being like in trouble most of the time, and the school situation, like really kind of like, I was surprised in that sense how they weren't really taken care of. So they are like no parents, right? Or they're just bad teenage gangs.
I mean, they just seem like, they're just like street thugs, you know what I mean? Like they're just kind of, punks. They're just little punk kids.
And the way our main character, what's his name? Oh, now I'm gonna not see the name. Kaneda, yes?
Tatsuo or Kaneda,
yeah. Tatsuo is the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
And Kaneda is I flip. So how he's like hitting on this lady who basically she's following the other bad guys, and how he's hitting her straight on without there's no filter, right? He's just full on. Okay, I'm gonna, we're just gonna get out. Look at me, and he's absolutely obsessed by it, and he's like speaking like, "Oh my god, I need to do something about it because I have this sexual frustration." I was like, "Wow, it's like straight in your face kind of thing." There's no silliness kind of to it, and then he gets obsessed by her, and then he starts following her, and then from that point onwards. But basically, the move from them to go to that
drama by a woman.
Yeah. So anyway.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. So you have that explosion, and that's then they go in the gang with the bikes, and they end up at the end of the road where, because there's not anymore because of the nuclear bomb has been landed there and everything has been destroyed. And from that point onwards, the story basically hits, right? And it starts to like almost like a motorcycle. You start a motorcycle, you start revving, and the story just keeps going, and it just becomes high octane action, right? It never stops really. It doesn't have really a moment to relax. It doesn't give you a moment to kind of like character building. There's character building while action's happening, which is very interesting for me. it's we do mainly concentrate in this volume about our main characters, Kakeda, because he is there, like in action. He gets involved with those like renegades, right? Because they're going against the big company who's experimenting on something. Nobody knows why they're experimenting, because the kid who's like part ghost but not it's just his abilities, right? What does he do? Does
Right.
he I wasn't understanding what he's doing, right? What his abilities is to shift time and space.
Well, I mean, it feels like, because it's all this psychic kind of abilities, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe he's just making his presence appear to people in order to
Yeah.
get their attention, right? To get
Mhm.
people to kind of help them and get a cue on them. But yeah, you're right. Even as I'm flicking through as you're talking, it
Yeah.
really does, like, once he's in the story, it
Yeah.
just goes, and it's page after page of like the character development is going to happen on the fly, because there's
Yeah.
also a lot of shit we got to deal with, and there's a whole bunch of people
Exactly.
chasing
There's no
you,
time
and
to break, right?
no.
And then you have another gang to get introduced by chance, because they're moving in the same direction. You get like, because there's just movement, right? The actual the fastness of the day. The minute you meet somebody, they get involved. They don't like each other. Apparently, they rivaling gangs in the same region, kind of thing. One of the clown things, and one of the clown things is actually even
Clown
more
gang, yeah.
involved to anything that you would have thought of. And then Tetsuo, who's basically gets the biggest damage, right? He's been in an accident, right? And they been into a hospital, and that's how those big cheeses, you find out about those experiments about this dude, and they somehow pick him. But then how do they pick him? By chance, or they already knew about him and his gang before?
Honestly, I don't remember that detail. It's been
It
a long
doesn't
time since
reveal
I've read
itself like that, because it
Yeah.
doesn't let you, kind of gives you a train of thought, because you have to just go follow it, right? It's so much
I mean, I
action
still
going
might
on.
have a vague memory of him sort of leaning into it, like him going to them. It's not necessarily that they picked him. He sort of picked them because he's got this kind of love-hate relationship with him and Kaneda, right? Like he's got this, sort of, he's in love with him. He's like a big brother figure. He
Yeah.
hates him because he's not in charge, all of those kind of things going on.
Yeah.
That's my vague memory of it, that he sort of ends up going to them because he's kind of like, out of the group, he seems to be the guy that's kind of maybe the most picked on, out of these outcasts. He's the outcast even in the group of outcasts.
Mhm. I felt that he was the crazy one.
He's definitely a bit crazy, there's no doubt about that. Yeah,
He's like, because he's the one who instigated to go further, right? He instigated
Yeah.
them to go flying off, and then afterwards, when they were going back to a city, he's the one who crashed, right? Because he saw that ghost, like,
That's
kid
right.
who looks like almost 60 years old or something.
Well, and maybe he has some of this power innate. Yeah, I should read it again, because maybe he has some of the
And then
maybe
yes,
he has
and
some
then
abilities already, like inside him, and that's what they're
yeah,
drawn to.
but because that's what they picked on him, because they wanted to do some, because they basically took him away and take him to check his vitals. Supposedly he land on this, like they lay him down in this machine. Yeah, exactly. That's when he gets picked up in the
I
hospital.
don't take orders from you.
Yeah, because he
There's
doesn't
the
want to
first
be
kind
there.
of inkling of that there. Yeah.
Yeah, teenage angst as well, and they do some sort of like making sure that his vitals are correct, and he's the one who's going to be used, because some guy who's in charge, which is not really shown, because this bald guy looks like almost Schwarzenegger. He is the guy you think it's in charge, but it's not. He's answering to somebody else, and that somebody
Yeah,
else is
sort of the muscle kind of thing almost.
asking him to hurry up because we need to do this. They want to know the results because they have this experiment pills. And from then on, like, just so much action, crashes, fighting, shooting, they running, he's getting in trouble. Then he's basically being helped by the people, or the lust of his life, because he saw that chick, and he's basically being helped by her. It's fantastic. This guy, this is the clown gang.
Oh yeah.
He looks massive as well.
Yeah.
It's like, who the hell do you think you are? And he's almost like, and they basically, Tetsuo, after escaping or something, he becomes their gang leader because he wants to be in charge, right? And then he's the crazy one because he's basically, his brain is like absolutely like, he looks like he's like alienites, kind of, the aliens when their brains kind of explodes. your this part of the brain becomes so much bigger, and it seems to be the
Uh-huh.
way he's drawing in here. That's what's happening to him, because later on the stage he's like, he keeps complaining about his brain and he has it so much headaches that he doesn't understand. And then the mister of it all, the place called Akira,
Mhm.
which is underground, right? And the only thing you know about it is because there's a name tag on the entry door called Akira.
Right.
So yeah, it's fantastic. Honestly, the all the actions, everything, it reads really fast, like manga, all manga does. I didn't have to breeze through it, but it's just the way you're reading it. It felt like I wanted to know more and more, and it ended, and it was like, oh, I have to wait for a second one. Thankfully, the second one I won't be having to wait for long, so maybe I
Okay.
will be able to read next week as well. It depends if I will be able to
Sweet.
get hold of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be reading the volume 2 very soon, so I'm looking
Cool.
forward to see. This is the volume 1 is always the longest for anything to wait.
It's a beefy one. The last 2 volumes are about the same. They might even be a little thicker than this one. The last 3 volumes actually are pretty beefy.
Look
2
at
and
this,
3 are like the thinnest out of the whole series.
because action movements and lots of scratching on the pages and the panels. Look, Terrence,
Yes. Yeah, right.
so great in here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm
many
just looking at that page you were showing there with the big with the Akira written on there. It's
Yeah.
just so good, man. Even just like I could flip through this and I have a
And then-
million times.
And that's what I was
Beautiful.
talking about. His head, it looks just the way this, look, his head
Yeah.
is just, it seems to be, his brain is exploding. And he seems to
Right.
be very aging in the same time. He looks so much older, like more experienced since this chase happening.
Mhm.
And they have that once again, the confrontation and how he manages to kill, or he tries to kill them all by lifting his brain, like telekinesis almost.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because he basically used his mind to move this truck towards them and almost managing to kill him. And
If you want to dip into, if you can, I don't know if you still would ever watch old kayfabe stuff. They did an incredible series, Tom, Jim, and Ed, where they talked about Akira, and it's a video per volume basically, so you don't get any spoilers. It's cool. When I read it, I watched those videos again to listen to them talk about it. It really added something to the whole reading experience. So those are worth digging up on YouTube if you're curious.
Yeah. It makes me sad though. Knowing,
Mhm.
And then this is it's quite interesting. It makes you feel like, oh yeah, this is next thing and what's happening in Neo Tokyo. And you wait for volume 2. They're advertising, oh yeah, volume 2 is spring 2010. This is when this 2010 it says apparently. Everywhere the books and comics are sold, it's in comics format. They also produced as this.
Yeah, I mean, there was Epic
Reprinted.
from Marvel did the versions as well too. They did the kind of, those kind of square bound editions or whatever. So
yeah.
Anyway, and then like I was saying, I can't find it on YouTube. I'm sure I saw it on YouTube, but Manban, the Urasawa's show Manban, he does talk to Otomo finally, Katsuhiro Otomo, and it's a fantastic conversation. And seeing him do his art and stuff, it's really, really, really amazing. And he shows a lot of like original pieces from previous works like Akira and stuff. So I thought I saw it on YouTube, but obviously not. So search for Manban Katsuhiro Otomo. I'm sure it'll come up somewhere.
It's a very old product, and it's been a while for a long time. This manga.
They have the first 3 volumes in hardcover at my bookstore. Every time I go there lately, I look at them, and it's like, man, I could probably sell my soft covers and upgrade to hardcovers because the hardcovers are beautiful. They're really, really nicely done.
I bet. I wouldn't be surprised if they would be looking good. But I'm really pleased that I actually finally got it right from the library, like properly. I had to pay for it, but hey, it's worth it. It was really good. I think it would be much slower reading if that would be from right to left reading, because I am much slower when reading, because I still have to. I catch myself that I'm not reading the right panel sometimes, like with Kamui. Even that was almost 700 pages. It's a beef of the read, but it was really entertaining as well. Have you managed to finish it finally or not?
I'm not finished it, but I did read a chunk. I thought I brought it here. Yes, here it is. I'm
How far are you?
I'm on page 366. So
Only.
it's just after so I've read the White Wolf stuff,
Bubbles.
and this is now the where the farmers are going to start their uprising, basically.
Oh wow, yeah. So you're
what
getting
it's kind of
introduced,
getting to.
yeah, you're
And
getting introduced to that ringleader.
yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
And one of my favorite passages, it was like I read this passage and I'm like, no wonder I love this fucking book so much. Let me just find it. Everyone will live. I think the day will come when distinctions among samurai, genin, and outcasts won't exist. Everyone will live by growing rice. The world only exists because of people who work. People who don't work are not necessary. So it is strange to have classes. And I read that and I'm like, fuck yeah, no wonder I love this book. That's such my mentality on things. You know what I mean? Like it's really,
Well,
I'm
either,
loving it. So I'm sort of reading it slower because I'm
Mhm.
really digesting stuff, right? It's such a great read.
Yeah.
I'm so glad this is coming out.
I think it's very nice to see the manga series which not concentrating on royalties of the area, right? They more concentrating of what really happened with both sides. It's not only one side, yeah, not one point of view of beauty of those beautiful like castles and whatever they were part of the history the beautiful history they had. It's nice to see that they were how much hardship had to go through and how much injustice was happening while people were just basically trying to survive. But the minute you were born in the wrong area, well, that's it, you're done for, right? There's no
Yeah.
other escape. It's like so much less opportunities, like what we are kind of brought up to understand. Oh,
Well, and it's all these
you choose.
limitations put on people, like they're not allowed to read. So this guy learns how to read, and then he finds out that the head of the village is fucking them over and he's
Yeah,
stealing money.
exactly.
It's like, well, of course they don't want you to learn how to read. They can't
Mhm.
fuck you over if you learn how to read. And it's funny, then coming full circle to what we were watching in
Yeah.
that NWA movie, there was a period of time where Cube was trying to get a look at his contract. And the guy that was kind of managing with Eazy-E was like, you don't need to see it. Basically, don't take it to a lawyer. You can't take it out of the room. He's like, what are you talking about? Give me my fucking contract. You know, I don't know this stuff. I'm going to take it and get a lawyer to look at it. And they didn't want him to because they were fucking them over, right? So it's all of these things that then are the same no matter what the era is. There's always someone looking to fuck somebody else over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's interesting also that all of the Kamui is still like, I'm really keen to know how far the Kamui goes, because I don't know anything about Kamui. You're the one who's done the comic format and you start showing, and I know you read more of that, but this is mine. So for the first time, I'm actually kind of invested in the story, which is manga concentrated. I haven't done that at all, really. I think I'm maybe read some of the stuff, like I breathed in one story, but I never like committed to it, right? So it's been fascinating for me. And the style, like we're talking about Akira, like dynamic panels, the movements of everything. In Kamui is kind of almost opposite. His scenery is fantastic. His backgrounds are spectacular. His nature work is like
nature stuff is
jealous of it.
unbelievable. Yeah, it's unreal.
It's like he has his strengths, and his strengths, right? So his nature and all that animals, they look so realistic. It's like you can put in animation. It just looks at, and did you manage to get to the wolf part? Not yet, right?
I did, yeah. I read that part. Yeah, the White Wolf and the partnership that they have. It's an amazing piece of story.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
it's
It
so
by
great to
itself could be
inject
a
this
manga,
kind of
right?
animal kingdom stuff into that, right? It's
Yeah,
so cool.
exactly. So that would be just a story by itself, but he delves into it. Like he's managing to put something like that in the story, even though himself he's saying nothing to compare it with. But this is just, but it's just so funny, but it's so spectacular. And his face is uncomplicated, right? Whatsoever. They don't look very different to each other. The haircuts sometimes are different, but some of them you don't distinguish really. You kind of understand them with personalities, the way they speak, right? Sometimes I think after a while when you're reading it, you kind of realize that this is the character, right? But in comparison to Kira, the faces, I mean, there's some of them kind of similar to each other, but still the amount of progress has been done with him as a creator is eventually you can see it a lot. But yeah, so
Yeah.
it's interesting, those kind of parts. So I'm
Yeah.
intrigued that I'm getting into. I think it's your fault I'm getting into more of that. There's so much else
Yep.
to read as well.
There's so much.
And you like,
That's the thing. There's so much to read, but I mean, that's why it's good to kind of pare down and get something you're really going to enjoy. So speaking of action packed, the new TMNT Journeys issue came out, issue number 3. Have I mentioned that I fucking love this book?
Yeah, you've been bragging about it a lot, eh?
I know, because it's so goddamn good. It's so fucking good. And this issue, I love like the ease of storytelling. Here's what impresses me the most, because I mean, it's not spoilers, but just to give you kind of the overview. There's one story where some of the turtles and Casey Jones have discovered an armored vehicle from a robbery that they went missing. So they found the bodies. There's another story with the fucking coolest looking alien you've ever seen in your life. Gets discovered by these people in the mountains. There's these Krang type of characters coming from the moon to invade Earth. There's a story of is it Donatello? I always get confused. He's found this superhero hospital because he's been injured, and he's been brought into this superhero hospital. There's a Splinter story with April O'Neil's daughter. What the fuck is her name? Shadow, something like that. Is it Shadow or something? I can't remember her name, but she's got a boyfriend and he wants to meet the family. And of course, the family is a bunch of turtles and a rat and stuff. It's just, there's so many storylines. And at the end of this issue, the thing is, with all those storylines, it doesn't feel complex or it doesn't feel complicated. The way the stories are laid out is super smooth, and they fit seamlessly with one another. It doesn't feel like you're being overwhelmed. And as they start coming together at the end of this issue, you can see where some of these storylines are going to line up together. The other bonus is this is a $4.99 book, but it's 48 pages. So for the $4.99 price tag, you're getting 48 pages of story. And it's beautiful, beautiful. So Peter Laird and Jim Lawson and Eric Talbot. There is a hardcover collection collecting all of these kind of what's called volume 2 from the Ninja Turtles Mirage run.
Is there?
But yeah, there is. I saw it in the bookstore yesterday. Another thing that I'm thinking of going to grab, even though I'm getting these issues singly, I want to get that hardcover, I think, too. So fucking good, man. I love this book. And again, like, this is the turtle stuff that it really resonates with me, the art style, but it's the storytelling as well. The storytelling is so fucking good. I'm really, really impressed with that book. So
it's very interesting that
strong recommendation.
The Talbot is inking, because he's a good artist as well.
Let's get the breakdowns. I don't know if it's Talbot that's inking. Hold on one second. Let me just see.
I think
Peter Laird, writer, inker, toner, and letterer. Jim Lawson is the penciler and layout artist. Eric Talbot is also inking, so I think it's split between Peter Laird and Eric Talbot. And then the cover, there's a variant cover by Eric Talbot. I don't know who does this cover here. I can't see a signature on it anyway, but yeah. And this is one of those books where they're also not doing a million different covers. I think there's only like 3 covers, which, still is maybe too many, but at least there's only 3. There's not like 103 different covers.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good, man.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's, I don't know, but I'm just like, I'm so maybe it's called anal when it comes to turtles. I'm just one thing and one thing only, right? If I'm committing, I'm committed to one. I'm so committed to that kind of stuff. I'm really worried. I think it came out already. Didn't I ask for it? But I didn't. I haven't asked for it to be delivered because it's just I want a bit more to be delivered. So I have at least 3 of them or 4 books, to have a week. But my pull list is slow, so I'm not sure. I'll talk about the DC Absolute one I got to read, which I'm looking forward to talk about. But first, I'm going to talk to you about DC once again. But I'm finally tapping into what is it? That one. I'm tapping into I'm finally on the edge to finish. Look, it's 1,000 pages. I'm in 900s. So I'm almost there with the Green Lantern first omnibus volume or digitally. And I finally realized the scope of a storyline. So I don't know what, because it's digital, for me it's quite difficult to also remember exactly what's happening. But main story in here is about kind of origin retelling, but not really, kind of using the origin with like original Green Lantern, Hal Jordan's appearances and stuff like that, but also using that the continuation of the story where Hal Jordan got his ring from Abin Sur, the alien who landed by chance into Earth because he couldn't go anywhere further. He crashed in there. Hal Jordan was there because his pilot, Air Force pilot, he saw the crash, so he went to see what's happening, and that's how he gained his ability of being Green Lantern. But in this one, they also tap into Abin Sur's Abin Sur's son, who is, funny enough, a Green Lantern, but he's so hell bent and so pissed off about Hal Jordan having the ring of his father that he's supposed to be kind of like inherited to him. Like he's supposed to gain his, because what happens every single time Green Lantern dies, his ring just goes away from them, right? And he flies to find another one. And it's kind of in the random chance, but he was hell-bent to get that ring because he felt that it belongs to him. And I was really surprised reading that, because I always thought that Green Lantern's supposed to be above every, like, the ability to in order to be Green Lantern, you're supposed to be worthy of it, right? Almost like, Camelot with his sword, right? And then he seems to be that he's supposed to be a Yellow Lantern because he's angry, he's furious, he's hell-bent to destroy Hal Jordan, he's revengeful. So how you're able to be a Green Lantern in the first place, to have that kind of feelings, that didn't make sense, and it really didn't explain. What also you read in here is the artists are also by Gleason, who's very famously done lots of work for Vertigo.
Oh, so yeah, okay.
See that him. And here you see almost the face of it. So this entity took over. He's like killing those parts of blood and stuff like that. He's killing everybody else in humans, and then they were supposed to be going. And Thanos is part of it as well, because Thanos, this being coming in to take over the Earth, and Thanos like, excuse me, I am in charge here. This is my place. How dare you? It's like pointing fingers. Like, how the fuck dare you? You come here and tell me that you're gonna take over my things. Like, Earth belongs to me. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, I guess Toti Santo. Nepotism is always how Lantern works. Yeah, Darkseid is always Darkseid. Yeah, it's funny.
I mean, it's a pretty cool character. Darkseid is pretty great.
Yeah, it's one of the best probably villains there. I mean, no wonder they've been using them a lot and stuff, so they get always in trouble. So it's really good reading. So she saves his what is his name? Oh my god, why am I blanking his name? The ginger Green Lantern, the bad guy, the Nathan Fillion was in Superman's. What's his name?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck if I know. Yeah, I don't know. Nathan Fillion. Yeah.
When I'm doing live, I blank.
Yeah.
So this guy, but he's basically he almost got his brain was almost exploded inside his Gardner. There you go, that's his name, Gardner.
Guy Gardner, yeah, right.
Yeah, Guy Gardner, the bad guy. Basically, he got to a point where his brain almost exploded in his skull. But this girl, who is basically kissed him, he got life kiss, and he basically survived. And he's like, okay, thank you very much, kind of thing. Like what you're doing is kind of fucked off afterwards, like not really good thank you or something. He's just like, okay, I need to deal with this bad guy. So he's always kind of there and stuff. And he's very cocky. And the scenes with Darkseid was really cool. But yeah, it's like really interesting. So what happened to Abin Sur? I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that panel. Let me see if I think it's in... Yeah, there you go. So that's the big fight between...
Boom, nailed it.
Yeah, Hal Jordan is like always in trouble. Like, he's a cocky one as well. But not as cocky as Guy Gardner, but he's always like this. So he's been having this fight. So while this fight happens, and there's going back and forth in time and space. It's kind of interesting with this cowgirl situation, this other love life kind of thing going on. Yellow Lanterns are kind of coming into fruition, and I can't find what happens to him. There's lots of great panels in here, by the way. There's lots of good actors, but there's several stories in one, so it's really difficult to, especially the digital. You can't see all the pages.
Yeah, right.
So I don't want to show you what happens to him when Yellow Lantern's ring joins him. Oh, come on. Oh, there you go. So this is Atrocitus, one of the Yellow Lanterns, or about to be. In this first volume, you basically kind of find out basically how the Yellow Lanterns came to be, and they're scanning for also the same way scanning for somebody who's bad, like who has this really bad feelings. And and as I say, Oben soon gets to fight Hal Jordan. And while he's fighting, and also Justice League of America joins, of course, because they need to help Hal Jordan because he's in trouble every single time. It's nice to see them, though. Like Wonder Woman, all them in the panels as well. And the Batman always as cocky as ever. And then, of course, you can't have a comic without that.
Yeah.
So Black Canary. And she got Hawkgirl gets disappointed and saying, "Oh, I'm just adding the fun," and everything gets sorted too quickly because there's so many of them around. And they even bickering with original Lantern of the Earth.
Oh yeah.
So there's lots of things happening in here. Where's that? Oh my God, it's probably so far in, and I'm not even close. I'm sorry, people. The power of fishnets. Yes, I agree with you.
Power of fishnets. Yeah.
Yeah. Very important. Oh, did you hear also? Oh, there you go. So this is what Abinsu wants to do to Hal Jordan. Green Lantern takes the gun because he can't do it with a ring. Ring not let you kill anybody. He's supposed to just contain it. So he's using the gun to kill it. He's like, I'm gonna bury you. I'm going to bury you.
Crazy.
And that's how it sees in here. Like this is the cover for next comic. Anyway, so I can't show it to you. Oh, the Yellow Lantern ring was trying to take the Batman also. So that was funny. It's like, I don't want this. He was really fighting. And the ring decided, target sentient rejected. Moving on to another place. So
yeah.
So Batman is so strong-willed that he even managed to say goodbye to the
that's crazy.
Yellow Lantern. Yeah, where is it? That should be somewhere here now. Of course not. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want it to just...
No, that's fine.
Keep scrolling and looking, but it's... Oh, yeah, there you go. I got it. So he's a Green Lantern, and they're fighting. They're about to, kick off, kill, blah, blah, blah. And Yellow Lantern goes into his hands, and he's like, yeah, finally I have a power, right? Because they are completely thirst with hatred and stuff like that. But instead, while he's... Welcome to Sinestro Corps, he goes absolutely mad, and they fight them and everything, but he gets obliterated. He kind of incontain. He's blind by rage so much that he's basically gets destroyed completely. There's no even evidence that he was there.
Nothing much. Crazy.
So that was the situation. I was like really surprised. So that's what the most surprising part of this Lantern reading was, that you had them ability to kind of like have that thing, because I thought the ring and your ability to become Green Lantern is specific, right? You have to meet the criteria. Yeah, even Restart is fantastic. It's a lot of it in this volume one. The more the Guy Gardner got Gleason as an artist, but main Hal Jordan always got the best, of course, because he's the face of Green Lanterns in DC universe anyway. So really good read. I'm looking forward to finish it because there's 4 volumes of it, but I've never read kind of a lot in one chunk. I know I read through a lot of things, like it's kind of mishmash, and my kind of like understanding history of of Green Lanterns is quite a lot, but it's always scatty, so I don't really know full understandings how everything going on and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And Guy Gardner calls his bosses Smurfs because they are blue aliens who decided to create. They have this book of Oa, and he calls
Yep.
them Smurfs.
Hilarious.
And they have this conversation. They're doing something together with Hal Jordan. And Guy Gardner says, so what, we're listening to Smurfs now, or we're doing our own thing? And Hal Jordan's like, no, we're doing our own thing.
Yeah.
So they were really like cocky, like always. Those two together. I mean, surprisingly, Guy Gardner gets a lot of slack because of the personality he's been written by. But there are situations in there written that he's actually he always helps there. He's always there. Like when something really bad happens, you can rely on him. So Hal Jordan gets in trouble. You kind of like gets in touch with him like miles away because they do kind of fly quite a lot of distances anyway. He always there. He goes like, what do you want me to do next? So he always agrees to help. So he's not a douchebag, and he always tries to go on holiday, and every single time he goes on holiday, he ends up on the planet with some alien coming after him because
of course.
Beforehand. It's like, fuck, I want to just holiday. I just want to relax. So it's really good. Yeah. I mean, Star Sapphire it's in here as well, about to introduce kind of thing, like, and they're not really good. They are female based, and they take over females' body and they make them lust for, sexually, like lust for males and look for it kind of thing.
I mean, what's wrong with that? Sounds good to me. What story is that?
But they are vengeful bitches kind of thing.
Right.
So Starfire, because they basically it's not a ring, it's like a diamond shaped thing. It basically comes attached to your kind of forehead, I presume. But there's lots of kind of iterations to that. I think the old ways, I don't remember, because I always wanted to have her first appearance. I think it's Green Lantern 16, but it's very expensive now, especially because it's not from 19 something crazy 60s or something. Anyway, so there's this diamond attached to you, and they basically completely take over your brain. So your personality, you lose your personality, and that's basically completely makes you kind of be opposite what you are. And and they, like, when the Starfire I was reading in here, one of the females who Hal Jordan was lusting for, they basically managed to get her to become a Starfire just because they want to take over Hal Jordan and kind of like manipulate him into all of this, whatever they think they're going to do next. So it's very fascinating. It's a lot. Like Green Lantern lore, fascinating as it is, there's like 5-6 rings or more, like almost rainbow color. And there's even more spectrum, because there's a white spectrum ring, that has like amazing power. And then there's like Red Lanterns are fascinating. Apparently Supergirl becomes a Red Lantern, and she's crazy, because Red Lanterns, you think Sinestro Corps, which is Yellow Lanterns, would be badasses, but Red Lanterns, they go absolutely berserk, even worse like what you think of. And that Atrocitus guy becomes Red Lantern as well. And surprisingly, like I say, Supergirl becomes one, and she's apparently like, with her powers as a Superman's powers, and then add the ring to it. It's like, you don't need to really, but it just escalates like a nuclear bomb. All Hal wants to be is Tom Cruise, but he just doesn't get involved. Yeah, it's true. It almost feels like his origin story when he goes into the cargo bay, and he's like, "Yeah, just employ me." His ex kind of has this facility where they employ pilots, because he was shunned away from the army because he's like a douchebag, right? Still douchebag, no matter what. He just wants to fly. He just wants to fly. I just want to be in a plane and just vamoosh. And every single time he goes experiment on the new planes or new technology planes, he crashed them. So he's very expensive. It's great. So it's fantastic. So yeah, it almost feels like Top Gun. Goes with all those beautiful locks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I saw the Dan Nelson. How you doing?
Hello.
I saw the Spectre omnibus at the bookstore yesterday too. So the first 30 issues of it, and they did the wraparound cover, and it's glow in the dark. There was an issue of that run that was glow in the dark, and they used some of that art again. I was holding it in my hand, and it was sealed in plastic, so I couldn't flip through. But I held it, put it up back on the shelf, picked it up again, looked at it again, put it back on the shelf, picked it up again. Like, I've got all the issues, but man, I'm very tempted to grab that sucker just to have everything.
Christmas.
Yeah, no, I've already got on my list. I've got I want to get the Harrow County omnibus because they have that at the bookstore as well too.
Oh, the
so that's
floppy,
what I've
right?
Yeah, it's the soft cover version. Yeah. So I asked for that for Christmas, and then there's a book about this saxophone player Peter Brotzman that I love. So I've asked for that as well too, because my daughter's always looking for something, and I'm like, I don't know, Lil, draw me some art, give me kisses and hugs. It's good enough, you know. So I'm trying to like play, because I know how it drives me nuts when my parents say, "Oh, don't get me anything." Yeah, shut the hell up. Just what do you want? So I'm trying to give. But yeah, it's tempting, man. It's the Ostrander and Mandrake Spectre series. So it's issue 1 to 30. There's going to be another one that covers the next volume.
I don't have it all.
It's so good. I think I'm also partially a little nervous to reread it because it had such an impact on me. I don't know how it's going to age. You know what I mean? That maybe it won't be nearly as good as what I think. I mean, I still think it's going to be amazing. But yeah, I'd love to read that stuff again. And
Ostrander is a good writer, though.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the whole thing was great, but after all these years, things change, right? Like, you never know how it's going to be received.
Comics.
The other thing that I did get there, though, this one I couldn't put down, was the Major from the Mobius library. It's one that when it came out, I did see it, and I just didn't jump on it. It wasn't something that necessarily intrigued me. I've since seen a couple of people online talk about it. I'm about halfway through it now. It's a pretty good. I mean, that's my memory as well too, because he was all over the place there, Sean. Totally. I've heard a couple of people talk about this, and they've talked about it in really good terms. And it's also one of the things of like the same thing with the Richard Corbin library. I feel like if I don't pick these up, I'm never going to find them again. So if I find a copy, I should grab it. And honestly, I'm really enjoying this. So this is it's like a 10-year project that he did where he was, I mean, first of all, just even the inside front cover there. The idea behind this was there was no pre-planning. There was no pre-sketching. It was just pen to paper and drawing panels and then creating a story as he goes, which does sound a little worrisome for sure, but it is Mobius. So there's the little introduction there. It's not that scary because you know what you're kind of in for. It's beautiful. There's also a little prologue from Mobius as well too, talking about the project and how he was doing it. So you get some looks, I'm assuming, from some sort of sketchbook or something like that, which is also super cool. And I think the way that this is paced so far is really nice. It's these bigger pages, bigger panels as the story kind of goes on. It's one of those infamous stories that kind of breaks the fourth wall, right? Like I'm at the part where they start talking about Mobius, the characters in the book. Yeah, totally. The characters in the book are talking about the creator, and then the major characters kind of gets freaked out a little bit. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? The infamous Mobius is actually true? How do they know this? And So it's that kind of thing, talking about like the existence of God and talking about like just existence in general. So apparently it kind of flows like that. And honestly, for something that wasn't really planned, it flows really nicely. Some of the Airtight Garage stuff that I've read, I need to be in a certain mindset because I don't find that stuff flows super well for me when I read it. It feels a bit clunky, the stuff I've read, but this one has a real nice flow. And I mean, Jesus Christ, man, you know,
that's one of my favorite things when the artist gets the shadows in the window. Fascinated by it. It's just so good. Totally. One of my favorite things to look at. Yeah, it's just so, you know, like you still know the face, right? It's not blurry. It's not like mushed together. He kind of knows which lines to pick when, and he even like accentuates his nose and stuff, which is exactly what I was just going to say.
Curve it around his nose is beautiful,
and his eyes are. Oof, look at those eyes, man. I mean, he does draw so well. He does in those later stages when he started doing extremely minimalist. You know,
Yep.
it's fascinating to look at as well. But when he goes those close up with those faces, he was so good at it as well. It just
So
what
great.
didn't
Yeah,
couldn't he do? What couldn't he do? You know, like he has
it's true.
perspective great, right? Spatial awareness fantastic. Then his
Mhm.
faces are very good. So you know, I just so
So, and then between between the little parts, you get some just white pages to sort of, and honestly, I found that so amazing. It really grounds you for a second. You really have a chance to kind of just take a moment and flip the page and just kind of step away to some degree, right?
Yeah.
Before it kind of jumps back into the story again. I'm really enjoying this quite a bit more than I kind of thought that I would. And again, I think the only reason I didn't think I would is because of my own preconceived notions about this kind of creating, where it does become, you know, a Burroughs type of abstraction, right? Where it's this mind to paper. I mean, the underground guys did it as well too, you know, to some degree. So that kind of stuff can get a little tedious for sure. But I'm loving this so far. So I'm really glad I picked it up. I'm glad it was there. It was yeah, I mean, it's like a $50 book Canadian, but honestly, like I said, I feel like once this stuff is gone, it's going to be long gone and into the realms of you're going to have to pay a goddamn fortune for it. So I should pick up what I can.
I think this is the last book they have produced so far from the Mobius line, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say give it a chance there, Dan. Give it a shot, because I really avoided it for those reasons. Like, I knew it came out. I did see it when it first came out, and I specifically didn't buy it. I didn't even finish the Inside Mobius series, to be honest. I think I only got the first book, and I think there was 3 books of that, because that idea, I like the idea of the creator becoming part of the story. And I know that maybe when he was doing it, he was maybe earlier in the realm of people doing that. But that idea to me it's an interesting idea for like to think about it for 30 seconds. But I don't know if it's that interesting to go volume after volume to dig into the creator interacting with their characters and stuff. It's just not something that idea doesn't resonate with me.
Imagine you would eat mushrooms and read Mobius. Do you think you would
Yeah.
it more?
Yeah. Sean, that's a good comment there. Mobius is so genius that using a blank white page feels like it's better than anything. It's incredible. I mean, that pacing is a big part of the storytelling, right?
Yep.
And
you have
really
to learn that.
amazing when somebody does it so deftly.
And at the end of the day, you have to be able to do that in the right moment, the right time, right? Spacing and stuff like that. I have also passed on that book. I got one of his books and it didn't click with me anymore as much as I wanted to, kind of thing. So it fell a little bit out of it. So I kind of like pushed aside quite a few things. This one particularly, I was really kind of, I should have get. Yeah, that's what mine saying.
It's weird to love an artist but still be hesitant. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. But I mean, this is also like the Inside Mobius stuff. That's later era. And honestly, like, as much as there's still his line work in there, his style gets to a part of the art has to be good. Yeah, exactly. It has to, his style becomes so minimal that part of what I love about Mobius's artwork isn't there anymore. Like I do appreciate the simplicity and stuff, but there's something about even that art that just doesn't appeal to me as much as other stuff does.
Yeah, I think there's a certain points. I mean, as I said, mine first, even though it's not something he's kind of shy away from it afterwards, because my first things about the Blueberry, which I always put in high regard, are just the panels, the storytelling, the amount of information you would have page per page. It just fascinated me how much he could have done it, and there was no limitations, right? Because the further he went in those volumes of Blueberry, the more complicated it became, right? Because he got a freedom to create those stories. And then he was even kind of more wild to understand what he wanted to put in the panels, because he already was so comfortable with what he could create. And that was where I thought like he was going more and more in what Mobius was able to produce. But yeah, those minimalistic stuff is kind of difficult to fully, like, appreciate. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
it's
very
right up
jealous.
there. There's no doubt about it. That era stuff is beautiful.
I was very jealous when I watched Dan Elson's video. He's showing off those hardcovers he said he found for cheap. I was like, oh, come
Hmm.
on. Even though there's one of the cover was damaged, I would be like I just take it. Because
Yep,
those
exactly.
hardcovers is always what, like the Marvel Epic editions are already like a mountain to climb to get them, the whole of them. And then
Mhm.
other things, whatever they were producing in there. But those hardcovers, especially like knowing like they had his signature and stuff like that, it just felt like that's what would be a top to top it up
Yeah,
in the collection. But they are
yeah.
crazy priced. I mean, if you look it up, it's like madness what they
Oh
what
yeah,
they
it's
price it.
madness. All right.
If you can find them as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. One of those items that people aren't selling if they have them. Yeah.
The most time I spend reading slowly is probably this. I'm still very not into it. Oh, okay. Let's see what you write. Yeah, I feel so lucky to have the. Yeah, they aren't listed in the site anymore. I say, yeah, of course.
You somehow called graffiti designs. You may still be able to buy them. That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
well,
little tip there, Dan Elson.
yeah. So this is my the longest read I've been doing for the omnibus. I really sweet taking a really long time, but why? Because I'm so enjoying. So I just read an issue, right? So I kind of treating it almost to a point of reading an issue at a time. But I was reading this. I'm gonna show you. Sorry, I'm my scary face. Uh, I'm reading issue 8,
Mm.
and it's so good to read. It's
Hmm.
page by page. I mean, I'm enjoying the art. In here, Mr. Dracula gets injected with a poison. And I didn't know that vampires gets affected by that stuff. But he got so badly affected that he had to find a doctor in the same village. And I was like thinking, how does he know the doctor? Because he's like 500 years old. But to my surprise, a revelation had happened because the doctor is a vampire. This is just a couple of pages in here as well. Really good, high, still very lots of action. The kids, which they were running away from, still catching up to the people who's trying to deal with the vampire in charge who's been resurrected. I really like this like heartfelt conversation where he's basically telling him, look, the shiny tooth to tell you that you are a vampire. Like, dun, dun, dun. The doctor is vampire, and he takes the blood from the villagers, and all of them like trusting him fully. And he's like all this old fella who cares for every single person. But to our surprises, that he's a vampire, which is, and then how old is he? How he pretends to be what he is, and he looks like really aged. Do you know what I mean? But it depends. They don't go younger because of it's when you become a vampire that's where you stay, kind of that kind of thing. And after he's helping in giving operation to our Dracula, he's going after the machine because he's still venging. He wants to still be in charge of everything. It's really good panels. I really like this panel here where he's holding this machine and he almost looks like a child hugging it and saying, wow, it's my power. Yeah, Gene Colan art, eh? Fantastic,
Hmm.
eh? It's one of the best stuff. And I really like when they get the shades right. You can still see the eyes, right? It's not just something you can't see. It's not a blank page. And they use blue color, which I absolutely love it. I found this color schemes on. There's somebody's wearing a Santa outfit. It's very fitting. Just before Christmas, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, it's fantastic. Love it. So I'm reading it very slowly because I am actually taking my time to enjoy. I can breeze through it really quickly as well. I could read it really quickly, I think. All of the stuff like I read like editions,
Oh.
but this is really becoming one of my favorite omnibus that I bought.
Hmm.
It's one of the best, honestly. And I've been wanting to read this for a very long time. And I remember I always was thinking I'm going to get them in the original format, but it just they both sailed. But thankfully, and when the omnibus came out, that boat was sailing as well. But this time I was
Yeah.
like, nope, can't do this. I have to have it. So it's a second printing. And I think that's got like really sold out quickly because it's a popular thing, and they sell them, of course, before Halloween because the time
Mhm.
of things and
Mhm.
vampires and monsters and stuff like that. So one of the best omnibuses, but I'm very surprised by how long this take me, but I'm enjoying it. Like it's proper entertaining, like you get satisfaction, you just put it away. And then next you read another one, right?
Yeah. Well, it's good not to have the pressure to feel like you've got to rush through it.
Yes.
Like we've talked about it in the past, like there was that era of YouTubers that were talking about new comics, and you heard that from a lot of them where it started to feel like I've
Yeah,
got to
true.
read the weekly comics because we got to talk about it. It's nice to have just a casual, there's no rush. We don't have to do anything. We can just sit back because that's how I'm kind of, like I said, how I'm reading Kamui as well. I'm just enjoying it, reading a chunk, putting it down. It's a nice way to go about it.
Because these issues, they continue the storyline, but they also provide you more information. So
Yeah.
Okay. I'm reading the Gene Colan based to his Dracula where
On Jack Palance. Really? Hey, interesting.
Who's Jack Palance?
Famous actor. Was he in some westerns?
Oh, is it?
Let's see. Let's see a picture.
I don't know how many issues this run has, but this omnibus have at least 31 issues with giant sizes as well to more Dracula. So it's quite a lot.
Here he is. Here.
Hey, wait. Let me show you. Come on. Remove that one. There you go. Oh,
There
yeah. I know them. The minute I see the face, I know straight away. I just the names. Bad for me. Yeah, he's dead, but he's been everywhere.
Who's Joker's boss in the first Batman movie?
Oh, cool.
Shane, and more importantly, Hawk the Slayer. Hello, 420. How you doing?
Hello. So yeah,
I sent you a text the other day there, 420. I had an issue of Young Master that I don't know if you have. Check your texts. I'll put it aside for you if you want it.
Young Master. What else do you have?
Not much else really, because I didn't read too much else, but I'm still digging into, speaking of, we're in this Otomo Mobius, let's just round it up with Miyazaki. Because again, I don't have much to say about it other than what I've said 10 million times, but I'm still another one that I'm slowly going through. I'm only 153 pages in. And of course I love it because it's fucking Nausicaa. And it's gorgeous. And I love these fucking hardcovers so much. I'm so glad I sprang for the box set because it's just fucking beautiful storytelling. It's so great. So great.
Yeah.
So that's the only other thing that I've read this week.
So that contains the whole movie inside one,
It's more than the same kind of idea of this story is way more vast than the movie was because it's 2 volumes, it's 2 hardcovers, and they're both that thick. They've got to be what? Let's see how many pages this one. This one is almost 600 pages. It's 548 pages. So it's probably, just over 1,000 pages for the whole manga. So.
Wow. So he created manga before the movie, or movie was an afterwards?
That I don't know. I'm not sure which came first, if it was the manga or the movie. I'm not 100% sure.
Because I know how long does it take for him just to create a movie, right?
Yeah.
It takes.
Never mind 1,000-page manga. That's taking you a fucking hell of a long time too.
Exactly. So. With the details he likes in the panels, right? It's not.
Yeah.
The background is always there. The movement is always there. There's
always there, every single one. And as you go into the forest, because I just finished the part where they descend into the lower part of this toxic forest, where they can take their masks off because everything is regenerating. Nature's kind of healing itself on that lower layer. But it's beautiful just seeing them as they went into the forest and as they descend, and the surroundings in every single panel is just gorgeous, man. Beautiful work.
So if you would rank that one story, where would you go in your movie?
I don't know yet. I mean, it's one of it's got to be It's got to be my favorite. It's got to be my favorite Miyazaki movie. I don't think there's much doubt about that. But it's very, very much in line with like Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke and Totoro.
Yeah.
Like it's really hard to rank his movies because I just love all of his stuff, and we love it as a family.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
well, there you go.
1982 movie came out in 1984. Okay, there you go. So manga first.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
For answering that.
Good work.
So my surprise of the read for this week, library came through once again. Everybody's been raving about this, and now I know why they're raving about this.
Oh,
and well, I mean, the people I watched raving about this, and that's really important for me, right? That's why I watch those people. But it's this.
Oh, nice.
Absolute Wonder Woman.
Cool.
The Last Amazon. It's by Kelly Thompson. I'm not sure if I've read lots of Kelly Thompson's. I know I've read some in my memory. She's written, I think, Captain Marvel for Marvel. I'm not sure that it never stood out, but this flown so well, and I really like that it's all female creators in here. So she's writing. Hayden Sherman, who's main artist, she's spectacular, by the way. I'm really liking what she's doing. Mattia De Ulis, I hope, is another artist who comes in this volume as well. And then Jordi Bellet does the colorist. She's very good artist for her own things, but she does lots of colorist work for DC and stuff. So finally it got collected. I think this is first 7 issues of the start of the Absolute Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it starts is, like you will all expect them, the main story, but that's how the Absolute universe starts. They're trying to retell the storyline, how they came to be. And it starts with this Gate City, kind of the TV news readers going crazy because this thing lands and there's something is coming off it like a beast, and they coming to attack people, and the poor people don't have anybody to protect them until they see this creature on a Pegasus horse who doesn't look like Pegasus anymore, but she's just a skeleton. And they like saying, "Oh, is it the man?" You like always like, "Is it the man?" First thing, no, wait, it's a female, because they call us he. And then she basically starts to do her thing, and that's your first first thing. And then you will start to understand where she comes from. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Is it Cersei? Is it whatever that? Sorry.
I think Cersei. I think you're right. Yeah.
So if it's Cersei, so let's go with Cersei, right?
Yeah.
So Cersei has been banished in hell. She's in this little island where it seems to be barren. She's a witch. She's an extremely powerful witch. You'll find out later in this book. And then Apollo comes to just basically dump a child on her lap in hell. And she's like, why would you give me a child? I mean, here in this barren land, why do you want me to take this? And he's like, yeah. Wait, I'm just gonna see what they say. I didn't want to like Wonder Woman, to be honest, but it's better than it was any right to be. Diana couldn't be any more badass. Exactly. Hey, Mr. Sleepy. Love the art.
Hello.
You had black page version of issue 1. Oh,
that would be cool to see, black and white version.
Yeah. So she comes in to get this, and then he has decreed as a god to tell them that you're not allowed to mention Amazon to her. You're not telling her where she's from, what is this baby's all about. So basically gives her, and she's like, gets the child, and is like, oh, I'm gonna just put her down and she's gonna basically die by herself. I don't have to take care of her, kind of thing, because she's like, so she doesn't understand what's going on with this. And honestly, every single time the baby was basically going, there's some creatures coming in to basically attack, and the baby defends itself because it's Diana, right? The Amazon baby, doesn't matter, she's the baby, she's still strong. and all the creatures who comes in to kill her, she basically befriends them. They kind of wants to burn her, sizzle her hair, but she becomes a friend and gives him a kiss, and he off he merry way. Okay, so she has this power against everything. So with all the odds of that, she's becoming like, she's been taught how to love, right? Because she has this baby, and this baby is so affectionate towards everybody. She's so positive and stuff like that. So it was interesting to see that kind of sense of the origin story, and it gets better. It's at the beginning of a couple of pages, not much of just explanation how they became, and then kind of goes back and forth to tell you a story. So what's happened beforehand and what's actually happening now on Earth, and all these creatures keeps attacking, and one of the badasses comes in and so like, I'm gonna basically start eating everybody, or they kind of have a conversation to tell, run away, little whatever human, whatever you are, it's our places now. We are in charge. And she's like, I'm in charge. I am protecting these little people. Somebody needs to protect them, she thinks. And there's really nice panels and stuff. And then she has this
really nice.
things going on with a lasso, and that's what's fascinating to actually find. So she has this lasso, which was also created by Cersei. And Cersei, while they were growing up, she's been teaching her all the witch things she knows. So not only our Diana in Absolute Universe has the powers what Amazonian does, she's also really uses her magic to kind of strength to believe her, and she's very much in belief in all the gods. She still has beliefs in all of the Greek mythologies and stuff, and that's her lasso. So this looks not different, right? Red.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the hell? Why is it red? And it's made from blood. Not only the blood of what is that god's name? Hey, it's gonna tell me.
Ares.
Huh?
Ares?
No. What is his name? Come on, where you are? It's not. It's kind of further down, and it's more story before that. But what is his name? It's this giant dude who's been shackled. There you go. Wait, no. Where are you? God. Oh, there you go. Where are you? Prometheus.
Oh, okay.
So this thing being created from Prometheus' blood and basilisk fangs or poison kind of thing. So it's lots of fascinating storylines. There's also explanation of these creatures who comes and attack. Also, Mr. Trevor. Yes, Trevor, his name, right? Or Steve? Why I say Trevor?
Trevor, I think. I don't. Yeah.
Steve Trevor, right?
Steve Trevor. Yeah, her love. Yeah.
Yeah. So he somehow ends up on the island. He lands there. She sees him. She's like, "What's going on here?" Sees him. It's about to be death, and he gets taken away. But she jumps into the water, takes him away, brings him home, and then his mum or the Cersei. She's like, "What is this? What did you just brought it here?" And she's like, "Well, we need to protect him." And she's like, "Well, it's just a human," but she believes in everybody you're supposed to be saving. Diana's way of thinking. And then she basically sacrifices. Not so he's dead. Yeah, he has finally realization that he is somehow dead. He says to her, "I didn't expect to be here. I thought I was better than that. The savior kind of thing, the hero. And why do I end up here?" And she said, "Well, it doesn't matter. You know." And she's kind of has this task of thinking how she's going to take him back to become, back to Earth, to being alive. And then she decides to do this magical trick where she needs to give a great she gives away something really important in order for him to gain his life back. And it doesn't tell you. It takes a couple of more issues later on to explain to you what did she do. And it was really good timing. I was very surprised that this has the way it was reading in here. I don't know how it felt reading in single format. I would be like to hear from people who's watching us. But like when you're reading in this trade paperback format, it's really flown superbly well. Every single revelation, all this like explanations, what happens. It made sense for them go back and forth in time, because she was basically telling you where she's in that situation. This is what happened beforehand, to explain who she's going against, and history behind it. And while this all happening, that the monsters and creatures are still going for Gateway. And issue 7 has kind of rewards you for that main overarching story gets rewarded for you, but it's like investment in 7 issues. So I really like, she has this manga-esque, what is this manga character?
Like Berserk, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So she has that. And what she does, she uses the magic to create extras, because you can clearly see how big she is, and her sword size. So in order to defeat this creature. So it's funny. That was fantastic. And then she slices him, this creature. So yeah, it was Berserk, right? That's good at you.
Yeah. Berserk, yeah.
Yeah. So it's really cool. Lots of actions. The art is spectacular. I think great choices of creators. I wonder if it's I wonder if people are still enjoying it. And also another revelation that she's not only have one lasso, she has 3. To all purposes, because they keep on prepping her for what's to come. And Cersei, because she's a witch, she's having this kind of images, flashbacks, kind of like the future. She's like, I can't tell you the future, but she's like, you can see some stuff. She's like, yeah, but this is just like something, like a picture, right, of whatever would happen. The only thing she's aware of, that because Diana, she's supposed to be what she's supposed to be, right? But Zeus and Hades, whoever is in charge, Hades in charge of the realm of death, right? And then and Zeus has a problem with Amazonians, so they kind of like get rid of all of them, and nobody's supposed to exist, right? So she's the only one. Themyscira doesn't exist anymore in this world. There's nobody else, just her. So, and then there's a great story in here I really liked. So this is another artist. I'll show another artist work, which is not the main one. What's her name? So Hayden Sherman, you've seen the most in here panels, but then Mattia de Iulis joins, and she has hyper realistic art. I think it's definitely digital. In my opinion, just at least it feels like it. But that's her art. And that's where Diana gets more in trouble and with Hades, because he's basically trying to understand how she managed to escape, and it's kind of the story of that telling. And then he's like, what do you have there? And he sees that's where the lassos appears. So you realize that she actually has 3 of them, not only 1. And then like, don't touch them, because she tells the story how she gained those lassos and how the powers of lassos are, and that Prometheus. It's quite nice art. I mean, you can see it clearly, right?
Oh yeah.
The god being shackled, and she kind of unshackles him for a period of time in order to gain his blood. And she's like, give me your blood, and he's like, oh, don't worry, just chop my finger to gain it. And she's like, oh my god. And the chopping, just like sliver of it, and then he pours it in the vessel. Some blood. Oh, sorry. In this panel, look, the damage she done to the giant. Crazy. So yeah, it's really, I mean, I'm really like, I was into it proper.
Yeah, I mean, it seems really intriguing, that's for sure.
It's really well. I mean, so as I say, it's really well. Oh, this is the basilisk she killed in order to gain some of his powers. And another one of the most surprising parts, what she did, because she's a witch, right? / Amazonian. So in order to defeat that alien in that city, just a spoiler alert, right? She turns herself into something which she didn't know she could. She's kind of like he tells, like, kind of in the back of her head, her mom Cersei has been telling her there's certain things you're gonna have to do in order to defeat those enemies. Okay, let me see if I can find this panel. Come on, where are you? What do you turn yourself into? She also uses magic to make the city death, because the creature she's trying to defeat is producing the sound where it makes you go and basically like towards it, and people are fighting for space and they basically stump each other to death. Oh, there you go. Look what she turns herself into, which is very surprising that they use that. She turns herself into a Medusa.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and then that's the evil part, sort of, because Medusa is the evil there.
Yeah, like that art style.
Yeah, and then it kind of explains to her that Medusa is being, like the history behind Medusa. It's kind of nice that it's not only that, and she's using, as I say, a lasso to turn into Medusa. So she puts that lasso around her hand, and she puts the spell down, and she starts emerging into this Medusa.
Yeah, crazy. That's cool.
And that's the I like covers by the main artist is fantastic. It's quite great stuff. But yeah,
so what, like issue 12 or something now? Like a second volume's got to be coming out soon, no?
Hopefully. So yeah, I will be all into that. That's a black and you said you want a black and white art there.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And the panel which I'm using for the headshot is black and white. I found on the internet. And that's design things and how her logo looks. Still Wonder Woman. And the Wonder Woman name was given to her by none other but Barbara. I think she's going to be the villain. Well, she was the villain in the main universe of, I think, if my Wonder Woman knowledge is anything off, because I have not read that much, to be honest. But there's this chick called Barbara. That's her name. She's the cheetah, I think, in the main universe. Is she going to be a cheetah in this universe? I don't know. But yeah, very good art. I think it's really fascinating to look at. And this read is, I was like looking to see if my library, there you go. I was right. Hey, look at me scoring points. Yes, Barbara as well. Yeah, cool. Memory. So yeah, it's really good read for a Wonder Woman and for Absolute. This is my first really intense, like, first glimpse into what Absolute Universes looks like. I gave this a chance more. I do have an issue 1 of that, but I never picked up after. I will be actually getting it from my library as well, the first volume, because I'm interested to see how far it. Lots of people also talks very highly of this run. It's kind of sort of back no money, macho boy who is extremely big, like a unit. Like 2 Schwarzeneggers combined together, it feels like it.
Yeah.
And the Schwarzenegger is not the smallest guy in the world. So, yeah, so if you can read somehow this.
Yeah, I might check the library as well, too.
I highly recommend it. Now,
cool.
They are speaking about Zatanna's Absolute run. It's been mentioned several times. The way she's going to look, it's a bit questionable. So I'm not sure. I was very keen on getting it. But I saw the way she looks. She doesn't have nothing like Magicians, which we have Zatanna from the universes we know. So she looks like a bit more like a leather jacket, like a big pants. I think, if I recall that correctly. So I'm not sure when that's going to happen. But if it does happen, I'm probably going to have to try issue 1 because it's magic related. Now, this is very fascinating. That's a lot of magic for Wonder Woman, right? All the spell casting.
Oh, yeah. That's weird looking.
Oh, yeah. You want to share so I can put it in?
Yeah, sure. Let's see here. Whoop.
Yeah, you see? So I told you, I had the same, feeling, because Zatanna is kind of iconic look. Oh. I can't. Oh, wait. Yeah, there. That.
I mean, I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, she's gonna have this mask of Bane, and then fishnets not on the legs but on the body.
And what the fuck is going on here? What the hell is this about?
And then you just need to speak. Those that like choking. Yeah, I don't know about that, right?
I don't know either.
It doesn't look very promising. But what are you guys thinking?
Who knows, right? Damien, like, that'll be the thing.
Is it coming out? When is it? Ouch.
Let's see.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not sure it's mentioned when it's going to happen. But that's the same creator who of Batwoman, Wonder Woman, Herman. Hayden Sherman. She's
Right.
the great like artist of this. So interesting. Yeah, you see, Wonder Woman.
Blah blah blah. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing a date for it.
No, it's just showing about absolute
Wonder Woman. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
But
I'm
because
sure
they
it
said
says
that
it
they
somewhere,
want,
but
they said they're gonna do some
Yeah.
all those obscure characters.
anyway,
they
yeah,
will-
that doesn't look super good.
No, that doesn't look great, isn't it? So anyway, we'll see. But so far,
So like
this
an absolute ambush bug they're gonna do as well.
I don't know. I think the plan is. I know Zatanna and somebody else, some more obscure, but I don't remember the things. But so far from this is worth the time of reading. It's really good. It's written well. It's fascinating. So I can't wear the same thing now. I have to change. Yeah.
Yeah.
As an iconic look, it's very difficult, especially for character like a magician. And I wonder, is Zatanna will be a magician, right? Because how far, what they want to take her to, never know. Not we don't know intention of where they want. Because Absolute is kind of reimagining of a origin, right? This Wonder Woman, she's now from. She calls herself the daughter of this island in hell. Then she calls herself the daughter of Circe. Then she said she's the Wonder Woman. Oh, she's an Amazonian, and then she says to herself that she's a Wonder Woman. Right at the end, she calls herself so many names.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Because she's definitely suits that a lot more.
Yeah, she's got a style. It looks like, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, Wonder Woman here, she's like using all sorts of tricks but her way of thinking is still kind of similar to what Diana is all about. She's still very much sort of protecting life, right? She's everybody's supposed to be protected, kind of thing, and especially lesser beings. But she's there's lots of quotation of like a gods in here, and she always kind of almost like have a like sort of, I don't know, incantations before she defeats somebody. She kind of says like, this god help me to gain strength, this god give me this kind of thing. So it's interesting. But I think Diana kind of done that beforehand. But the creatures she had to defeat is kind of like, looks like, you know, that the main guy she was chopping, almost they looked like head lice. The way it looks, the tentacles kind of thing, or used from those kind of things combined together and made this creature. Because it has this kind of, I'll show you. Where is it? Where are you appearing? Picture. Where is this bad guy? Oh my god.
Absolute Universe is supposed to be darker than the original DC Universe. Yet again, DC going dark.
Yes. Where are you, Mr. Thing? Has this. Oh, come on. No, I can't do this. This is not working. Never can. You know when you want something, it's like, oh, here you go. Found it. So it's kind of sort of like imagination of two things, like combination of things. But you see the head and that? And if you have a exposed image of headlights, it almost looks the same. Or at least in my opinion.
Nice coloring, nice fog over that. Looks really nice.
Yeah, Jordi Belair. She's really good and extremely good colorist. She's one of those. I think she's going to become that Dave Stewart.
Right.
Where she's basically everywhere. 6.9 and like 400 pounds. Absolute Bane is practically like Kaiju. Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard there's some controversy about, like, is it like Joker? Has Joker's appeared already in Absolute Batman Universe? I wonder. Because I'm going to read that first volume, but I'm not sure if they have already going to be introduced. Because they take a bit longer to introduce Joker, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, they want to milk it a little bit. He's going to appear at some point.
I bet there is going to be something.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, very good Wonder Woman story. I mean, I'm surprised how the story, the flow of the story was really fascinating me. There was no hiccup, there was no confusions, right? And she's been writing a long time, so Kelly Thompson is well aware of how to write.
Yeah, when I was looking her up as you were talking, done a ton of stuff over at Marvel,
exactly.
like a absolute shit ton.
Yeah, and then they took a break, but Matt Fraction, he's her husband.
Oh,
He,
okay, all right.
yeah, so they two together, right? So when
Mhm.
he gone into the cinema world, right? I think he just went really quiet. Oh, Absolute Joker is a nightmare fuel, but I hate Joker anyway. Absolute
Mhm.
Superman is an immigrant on the run. Oh, so maybe I should go for a look to see if they have Absolute Superman as well, because he looks like really kind of too like I don't know. Well, there you go. There's a picture of your Absolute Superman.
All right.
No
fortress,
fortress, no
family.
family, absolute defender. And
Interesting.
guess look who's writing.
Oh, Jason Aaron. Yeah, right.
And
Huh.
Rafa
That's interesting.
Sandoval got a lot of fame from Green Lantern run. He's actually really good
Mm.
at it. So maybe now I'm curious. Jason Aaron, that's why he left Team ENT. Too busy writing.
Go for the
stuff.
cash money.
Yeah, you have to go to where the money flows, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Right.
Cool.
That's
for
us.
me. Did you read anything else?
No, that's me.
No.
Big chunks of
Yeah,
books,
no,
man. When you read those graphic novels, it's not some like you read like I read like maybe in combination with the Kira and stuff, like maybe 20, 60 issues in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Like in
it's a big chunk to read for sure. Yeah, it's not like a
single
issue.
when I get those elusive comic police I have once a month or whatever time I decide, it reads too super fast and you're like, oh, what? That's it?
Yeah.
You're like, I want more.
And then you realize you spent $50, and it's like, oh
Yeah,
shit, that was
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Absolute Universe books, all $5 a pop, right? This one contains 7 issues, $17.99 US dollars or 24 Canadian dollars.
Right.
For 7 issues.
Yeah.
Big difference. But the waiting time is extensive, right? So at least a year. I think, is it a year after they produce your first one? I don't know how. Wait. You can actually see when they produce.
And then when you buy those, you can't sell them worth shit. You can't even sell them.
No, they're worth nothing.
They're worthless. Yeah, they're absolutely worthless.
They're absolutely nothing. You're not getting anything.
Trade paperback sell on the secondary market. You just can't fucking get rid of them.
You have to give it away to somebody.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
When did they publish it? 2025, it says. Yeah, I don't know. Specifically doesn't say who's printing it. Ha! Canada, Burbank.
Sure, shit. Yeah, we are.
Boucherville. I don't know how to pronounce it. Printed by Transcontinental Interglobe, Boucherville, QC, Canada.
Quebec, yeah.
Quebec. So yeah, Canadians printing that.
Damn straight. Screw you, America. Screw you, Trump. We're printing your comic books. Take that. Tariff that, bitch.
The market this size, yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Market of like 150 people. Yeah. Hilarious.
It's hilarious. Anyway. Oh, have you gonna watch Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein?
I don't think I'm gonna. My son saw it already. Him and his girlfriend went out and saw it, and he said it was okay. He didn't have anything rave review to say about it. I have been following I follow Guy Davis on Instagram though, and he's been showing a lot of like the design work that he did for it, and that's been pretty cool to see his art, just kind of his design process and stuff. So that's been kind of cool. But honestly, it doesn't really appeal to me. It's not really something like those classic monsters I get while they're the classic monsters, but I don't know, man, especially after seeing Nosferatu and how kind of a disappointing story that was. I didn't really dig that too much. I don't know if I want to watch a retelling of Frankenstein,
Have you watched that TV show based on made by Guillermo del Toro, The Curiosity of Something?
I've seen some episodes, yeah, because the guy that directed the movie Mandy and Beyond the Black Rain. Oh no, sorry, the guy who directed Mandy. Yeah, it is that director, Cosmos something or other. He did an episode of that, and I really wanted to see it. And it was a real piece of garbage, hot mess, as the kids say. But I haven't seen the whole series though. No.
Oh, okay. I kind of like probably, well, first of all, I think, well, I don't have Netflix, so I don't know what's coming out, right? Too much. And then the Guillermo del Toro, because of this Frankenstein movie, kind of you start seeing what, what he's done beforehand. And I saw that he'd done something for Netflix as well. So.
Yeah, sort of like a Tales from the Crypt-ish, Alfred Hitchcock Presents-ish type of show, right? Where different creators do an episode, and I mean, neat idea. Guillermo del Toro has some pretty good stuff. I'm not an uber fan of his by any stretch, but he's done some pretty good stuff.
Oh, did you hear about Oscar Isaacs?
No.
He said that he doesn't want to do any more Moon Knight.
Oh, right.
Because he done the Moon Knight for the Disney Plus, right?
That's right.
He doesn't want to work for Disney Plus anymore, apparently. He said he doesn't want to do anything to do with Disney. That's at least what I read online. So,
right.
If it's true or not, but then what's happening to Moon Knight then? Because he was fantastic, Moon Knight.
Sure, but I mean, how many years ago was that? I didn't even know that was a thing that they were going to be looking at doing again, because that was fucking
supposed to having second season. They mentioned that when the first season came out with him, and they was saying there's a season 2 in talks, right? And then I think there was a confirmation, but then afterwards just disappeared from the things.
Oh, I see. So this is old, right? So Star Wars actor said he was not open to working with Disney in an interview 2 days after the company suspended Jimmy Kimmel. He doesn't want the Disney to succumb to fascism. Yeah, fuck you, Oscar Isaac. It's so stupid to take that stand after considering what like Disney does. Never mind just with that kind of nonsense, because first of all, Kimmel is back, so that's maybe changed his mind. But this kind of idea of like putting your foot down because Jimmy Kimmel got suspended, blah, fuck that shit. Anyway, I wish I wouldn't have looked that up.
Well, sorry for mentioning. I didn't know.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's not your fault. It's just, I'm surprised that anybody's talking about Moon Knight, honestly. Like, I just assumed that was a one hit and that's it. That I didn't realize they were even considering doing anything else, because, I mean, I remember enjoying it enough, but I don't think it was anything too mind-blowing, was it?
I really wanted more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that kind of, like the person goes absolutely, because, Moon Knight is like shifted, right? His brain doesn't comprehend some stuff, and this Khonshu guy who is in charge of his kind of shifts him, and he's like in charge of it, then he forgets.
Yeah.
So that kind of things is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
Yeah, I mean, I think I seem to remember we enjoyed it when we watched it. Like the family watched it. Wasn't that just before when they did that Werewolf by Night too? Didn't they do that one off Halloween episode?
I think maybe you're right, but they were doing a few things in that.
I'm looking forward to Sandman season 2. That's what I like. That's what I want to hear.
Tennyson.
Yeah, I know. I don't. That's why I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. I don't generally care what celebrities do for the most part, but I want to see the Sandman second series. I'm curious to see that. That's still coming out eventually, right?
Yeah. Well, it did already.
Oh, the second. Oh, did it really?
Yeah. And I never watched it.
Well, what the hell? I guess we don't have, that's probably why I missed it. We don't have Netflix anymore. Oh, so it did. Yeah. Like July. Jesus.
When the thing happened with Neil Gaiman, right?
Yeah.
It kind of was supposed to be announced, and I think it got announced, and then that thing announced with Neil Gaiman shit. And then afterwards, it's basically never been advertised properly.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense that they wouldn't advertise it. Yeah, that I understand.
And then they said that
I don't know how I missed it. I'm gonna have to download that.
Yeah, and that's basically no more after that, right? Because it got cancelled.
Yeah.
So yeah. And we'll see if my husband
note of that to download that, so I don't Don't miss it, because I'm curious to see where it goes, because I enjoyed a number of those episodes from season 1.
So yeah. On another note, are you gonna watch the Malcolm in the Middle? Were you a fan of Malcolm?
I didn't know that was coming. That's hilarious. They're redoing that, eh?
No, they're doing like a special 4-episode thing. Apparently, they already filmed it, and they're doing it when the old kids are grown up, right?
Amazing.
So
yeah, that's hilarious.
Every single cast member is coming back as well.
Huh.
So
even what's his name, eh? The
reclusive
guy who went off and took drugs.
Yeah, I think so. They're saying that all of them are back, right?
Hilarious.
Yeah. So they apparently is going to be because I saw Bryan Cranston was doing an interview.
That's his name, yeah.
And he's hilarious, by the way. I don't know if you watched this guy, Irish guy, doing the panel shows called Graham Norton. So he appeared in there, and Bryan Cranston was like, he's hilarious and by like anything. Like he talks and he's like you want to watch the guy, right, while he talks. And then he's giving his picture of his uncle who was a nudist. And they put the picture of his uncle nude, sitting in the chair, right in the like TV show. Like, really, you showed that like with everything, bits and pieces. I'm telling you, everything. So what Graham Norton had to do was covering the screen where the pieces were shown. Yeah. It was hilarious. And he was talking about his uncle who's passed away already, but he was the biggest nudist and stuff like that. So that's hilarious. Oh, cool. But honestly, I don't know if
and I can see that being a thing for people, right? Like if you see that, knowing the game and thing. But I don't know, man. Like I hear all that. I think that there is a bit of a separation, though, because I mean the creators of the show didn't have anything involved. You know, like but I totally understand that. I completely understand that.
It's kind of difficult, but because it does think you do think.
I mean, difficult for some people, 100%. Yeah, I don't think it would be difficult for me. But I can totally see how it would be difficult for people because there's stuff that I can't watch because of the backstory of stuff. So I 100% can get behind that.
Yeah. All right, peoples. We had a chat, hey? Not bad.
We sure did.
Hopefully we'll join you next week.
Most likely, yes. Yay! Next weekend, 23rd. Yeah, next weekend should be good. Yeah. The weekend after that, I'm not so sure. But next weekend, I should be around, yes.
So Terrence will be obliging on hosting. So look forward to it.
Yep.
And
subscribe. Like and subscribe. Smash that button.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, please.
Drop a comment. Let's work the algorithm.
And Sean, Damien, Dan Nelson.
Yeah.
And
all of you watching in the future that are faceless right now, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll talk more. Hopefully, more manga as well, eh? Look at me changing.
Let's hope,
Look at me changing my reading things. Yeah,
man, seriously, watch that video. It's really, really interesting. Super interesting.
The link is here, people.
Yeah, there you go. You say it way better than I do. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I could. Cool. They're saying if you can do very quickly, you can be a rapper.
You can do that very quickly. What? Sorry.
So when you can do a vowel very quickly, you can be a rapper.
Oh right, yeah. Join the Patreon. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, join our Patreon. Special behind the scenes bonus footage.
Yeah.
Exclusive Patreon exclusives. I show my butt. Oh, sorry, that's our OnlyFans page.
Whoa.
That's our OnlyFans page. I get
it. Anyway, see you guys. That was lovely.
On that note, see ya. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks for